Um,
Analyze.
so I had two ideas. I know we were supposed to like focus on one, like for this meeting, like we're supposed to give like a value proposition statement and like customer segments. I'll briefly say my other ideas. So my smaller idea, like my single event idea, was to do a Jordan River Parkway trail cleanup, because it's like an awesome trail, but there's always like trash and stuff alongside it. And one of my friends, one of my close friends, she works for the Jordan River Commission, and so it would actually be probably pretty easy to organize an event, you know, because of that connection. But I wasn't sure, are we actually supposed to like do this thing, or is it just like our project where it's like conceptualized?
We're just coming up with the idea, I think.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I was like, I'd better double check. That could be a game changer. So that was my one idea.
Because he's typing, by the way, most of the time. He's in the office.
Oh, okay. Good to know. So my other idea is a nonprofit called Book Drive. And it is a book drive, like an ongoing one. And so it would rely heavily on a partnership with either Uber or Lyft, you know, which are both ride sharing companies. And so what it is people who are going to get a ride, you know, through Uber or Lyft, they can maybe receive like a small discount on their fare or something like that if they bring a book for like to donate for a kid. And then the drivers will be supplied with prepaid envelopes, so they can just, as they get books, they can just like slip them in an envelope and like ship them off. And the reason I wanted to do this is because reading makes such a big difference for kids. Like if you look at the statistics, like kids who have home libraries of even at least 20 books have dramatically improved test scores, and kids who have home libraries that have hundreds of books, they do even better. And so, you know, a lot of impoverished kids like don't have access to any books in the home, and so their test scores are poor, and it keeps them in poverty, because how can you get ahead if you don't have an education? So that's why it matters to me. And I grew up in a household with like hundreds and hundreds of books, and it does make a difference. So again, like a downside to that is that it relies heavily on a partnership with Uber or Lyft. And so to incentivize it for the person writing to donate a book, you could maybe give them a small discount on the fare somehow. And not sure where that would come from. And also it would need to be incentivized somehow for the drivers.
Yeah, I was going to say, how is that incentivized to them?
So I don't know if like they would get a little perk somehow, if they would get paid like slightly higher commission or whatever. Again, like have to figure out like the revenue streams for that, like through people donating or what. Or maybe it's something that one of those companies would be interested in doing just because it's a way to give back. That's a potential.
Yeah.
So there's that. And then my value proposition statement is, through having their own books in the home, children will have improved test scores, discover new passions, and experience the joy of reading. And my customer segments, I wasn't sure exactly how to approach this from the nonprofit standpoint, because I feel like everyone is getting something. So I have drivers, passengers, and children in the US living in poverty who need books. Because I mean, even the people who give books or the drivers who help facilitate the giving, they're getting something too. They're getting those feelings of, you know, like, oh, I helped someone. So anyway, so that's like my main idea. I'm totally fine doing like any idea that people have, so I will not be offended.
So I'll go with my idea, unless now is a good time for you to talk, Mick.
Why not? I can chime in whenever. I just have other students around me, so they might get tired of me talking.
Oh.
I did really like the book drive idea. And I think that there's a way to make it profitable for everybody as far as, Lyft could provide the drivers with a better score on their review so that riders
yeah.
would be more willing to drive with them.
That's a great idea.
Be a big incentive. I'm actually in an
Yeah.
aviation school right now as well. That's why I'm going to Nevada, and I was in Arizona for 2 weeks last month, and I use Lyft every single day, and the ratings that they have is a big factor for them.
I
Yeah,
have never
that's a
used
good
Lyft
point.
or Uber, but my brother-in-law drives for Lyft. Two of them actually drive for Lyft. So,
Oh, cool.
So I really like the idea.
Well, thanks.
My main idea was actually dealing with human trafficking.
Oh, right.
I did a little bit of research. It's estimated that 24.9 million victims are trapped in modern day slavery, be it like physical labor or sexual or state imposed forced labor. And that's a huge number. I mean, we're talking 25 million basically. And I submitted that to the professor. I got a little review back from him. He's going to put that here real quick. He said, there's definitely a need for it, and it's a noble endeavor. He said, with your venture, just informing law enforcement may not be enough. If your group chooses this one, I'll want to see some creativity in how you'll actually contribute directly to stopping the problem.
I see.
So with that feedback, my thought was, maybe this is a noble cause, but not an easy way to get the grade and still keep everybody happy.
I see what you mean. Because it is a really worthy cause, and it is something that is so needed. But yeah, I agree. If we have to come up with a creative way, that makes it really tricky.
Yeah, especially when this is all conceptual and it's going to be crammed into 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So the short of the long is I would suggest not doing mine because of that feedback provided by him.
Yeah, because of complexity.
all right. My idea is I had a couple ideas and I really had trouble picking one. So my idea is like a survival skills type course for kind of focusing on natural disasters and how to survive in a natural disaster.
Oh, cool.
Teaching, courses to people about, okay, this is how you survive. This is what you should do in a natural disaster. This is how you can prepare for a natural disaster, food storage things that you need to do. And I just thought of another key partner.
Oh, good.
And first aid, helping people prepare the first aid materials. There's 72-hour type kits. How to use, like your food storage, cooking materials, like units and things. Teaching them first aid skills, like, typically people, there's courses around that's like, you can partner, like there's this CERT course. You've probably heard of CERT, living at least in Utah, that you can do that teaches a lot of things like this.
I actually haven't heard of them. So
They do them in my area. I thought that was more of a Utah thing, but maybe it's just a Davis County or Bountiful thing.
Could be.
Anyway, the church, my state, does things with CERT, so maybe it is just a Bountiful thing.
CERT? Maybe I have heard it. I don't know. Yeah.
So anyway, my key partners were like, we could partner with, like fire departments, police stations. We could even partner with, the LDS Church, obviously, Red Cross, even just things like, that would help be able to provide different, could partner with other nonprofit organizations.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's my basic idea. I've got a couple more notes in my on the document here, but
No, I think that's an interesting idea, and I like it because like growing up in Utah, I had one teacher who was a nightmare about this. He would like always like show us earthquake videos and stuff like this, like actual footage from Japan and stuff, and people are just like going nuts. Anyway, and so I've always like been terrified of like the big earthquake that's supposed to come. You know, like that's always been a thing ever since I was a kid. Like, oh yeah, we're expecting the big one.
I had nightmares about that when I was a kid.
I did too. I from grades like 5 to 7, I had nightmares like consistently because of that teacher. Anyway, so I think there is a need for that.
My thoughts
Yeah.
on that was just there's so many you know, natural disasters going on lately, and people just not knowing what to do, and you know, there being such a huge panic and lots of people dying. I think, you know, a thing like this could help prevent some of the deaths, at least. Obviously not all of them, because crap happens, but
Yeah. But I mean, even death aside, like just knowing what you can do for yourself, like being self-reliant in that way is so valuable. Like being educated, knowing, oh, where is the safest place to go in case of an earthquake? Like I was reading about that. I read this one article that's like, no, don't get under a desk or chair, like do something else instead. And it went on about that. Like I think it could be really beneficial to people to just know like, okay, like a disaster may come, but like we've done everything we can to prepare, and you know there's a lot of peace in knowing that.
and I just had another thought. What it totally left me. You were saying oh crap, today's gonna be one of those days.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, right. Here we go. Well, even if like if you're traveling, you might know a lot about, you know, what to do in case of an earthquake. But living in Utah, they don't, I mean, they sort of focus on tornadoes or everything. But if you're traveling, or a hurricane, if you're traveling, you need to know what to do in case of those situations. We were driving across the United States, and this was like 4 years ago, and it was right when that last, like the big tornadoes were hitting Oklahoma, and like devastating more in Oklahoma City. And so we're like driving through like the day before the second set of tornadoes, and it's like, well, what do we do? There's a tornado warning. What do we do? Do we
It's like I've
pull
seen
over if we're
Twister,
driving?
but
Pull
what
over? Yeah, so I think that would be an important thing to, you know, focus on, as well as not maybe focus on, you know, the area you live in, because we could expand this, you know, worldwide. Focus on the, you know, earthquakes in Utah, or tornadoes in Oklahoma, hurricanes in Texas and Florida. But anyway.
Well, and one of the requirements for the assignment is to make sure it's like scalable, and that you can like duplicate it in other areas. And so in this case, like I think that's very feasible, because you can focus on the needs of a specific area and what they're most likely to encounter.
Yeah.
So I think it's good. Another key partner potentially is like emergency essentials and companies like that. There's a lot of like, you have those down.
I didn't write them down, but that was one of the ones I thought of.
Yeah, or like there's so many like food storage companies in Utah who would probably be like begging to get in on that, just so that they can be associated with it. And Nick brings up a good point about who's paying for it and where does the money for this come from.
You know, my thoughts is I had two ways of, you know, a revenue stream coming in on this, and it could come in via, you know, like course registration fees, and it's only basically directly enough to cover costs. Or, you know, could we get government grants on this to cover, you know, at least a good portion of costs?
Yeah.
And things, because I think a possible thing that government would help assist is people preparing for this. Or could they come from our key partners?
Yeah, because especially like the companies I mentioned, like the emergency preparedness companies, they
Advertising.
they would potentially be willing to like sponsor it, at least in part. And that's another tricky thing about this assignment. It's not like we can just go out and get like venture capital or like, an angel investment or something like that. It's like donations. Is that like where this comes from? I mean, it can in part, like people donate to causes, but um,
How likely would the church be to help? Because the church does help, finance type things, and they really help. They really peddle, being prepared. So
yeah.
would that something that, at least in some communities, the church would be able to help finance somewhat?
I would be skeptical of that, especially if companies are helping to sponsor it, because that would probably um, just, how do I explain that? I don't think they would want to be tied to like a certain company. Like that would tie them to companies in a way.
Yeah.
And like the church like would probably be very unlikely to do that. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
Um,
I totally see that.
yeah.
Or whether they're willing to.
If they were to do something like this, I feel
Anyway,
like they would do it internally.
yeah,
Like
and
I
they
feel like they would do their own project that is like this and produce classes, just like they have self-reliance classes and all these things. I feel like they would be most likely to do something independently, but that's just my thinking.
there's programs that the church actually does that they do use outside, companies, but they kind of rename their project to something else. I mean, but they're using the information from the outside company, and I wonder if that would be something that, Anyway, let's not get too far into this. Let's discuss Curtis's idea, and then we can vote.
Oh, okay, cool. Do you have his
So
up?
Curtis's idea is, yeah, people throwing out pallets,
Oh,
construction materials, specifically wood. These materials could be used to help others. The wood materials could be recycled and used to provide warmth for fuel, families, and individuals in need of these resources. Pallets can be broken apart and cut up. Extra wood construction that has not been exposed to other chemicals such as paint can be cut up into smaller pieces for kindling and such. This would help in decreasing the amount of trees that are cut up for firewood and help companies increase their sustainability by using their materials to create a positive impact in society and the environment. Those desiring to use the resource, if physically able to, would help with part of the process of breaking down the wood and making it ready for use. This type of program would benefit people who have wood fireplaces, furnaces, stoves. It would also benefit those living in colder climates.
Nick brought up a good point about government funding and grants might be like a really feasible way to go with your idea, Haley. As for Curtis's idea, I like his thought process about it. And like, there's a lot of companies out there right now who are like taking materials like that are going to waste and like, renewing them or recycling them in some way, putting them to some type of use. My issue with this idea is that it's an environmental idea. Like it's to help the environment. I mean, yeah, you're helping people stay warm and stuff, but primarily like it's geared at like the environment. The problem with that is going around and collecting all of this wood is probably doing more harm to the environment than benefit.
Right.
And so that's why I don't think it's really that practical. It's, a lot of times people think they're like helping the environment and protecting it, but they're like expending so many other resources. Like think of all the gasoline and like all of that that's needed to go and physically collect this. Like I don't think it would actually have, I think it would have a negative impact on the environment, if anything. But that's just my thinking.
So Curtis is here, sort of. He's here, but he can't do video. Just wondering what we are going with. Just about to determine that. All right, so shall we have a vote?
Yeah, I would think, you know, I like what Nick was saying. Like his idea would be the hardest to execute. It's a fantastic desire, and like, you know, there's such an important need for that. But I think as for the class, like either your emergency preparedness classes or my book drive idea would be best. And I am perfectly fine with either one. So whatever people want to do.
Nick, what's your vote?
I think one thing with the classes is I would want to know, like, are we starting it just in our local area about like earthquake preparedness or something specific? Or are we, because if we were to do that idea, that's kind of what the approach I'd want to take to make it scalable beyond that. It's kind of like our MVP, like would be like one class like in this area targeted toward this type of emergency thing. Or what did you have in mind?
That's kind of where I was going, is, you know, we need to start with a, all right, just 1 second.
I don't think I have the FEMA app anymore.
There we go. I just sent Curtis, even though. So my thoughts were, you know, kind of maybe starting more local, and that kind of depended on, and that's why I asked where everyone is located, because if we were located in different areas, then I think we could focus a little bit more, you know, on different, all quite, you know, compact. I think focusing on earthquakes would be a good good option. So
what did Nick just say? I agree. Like I'm kind of leaning more toward your idea, Haley.
Okay, so it looks like I would say the emergency preparedness one sounds ideal. We will stick with would we stick with classes if we went with this route, or would we consider actual relief efforts? Did the professor provide feedback on that? He just told me all my ideas were great ideas, and Curtis just voted for book drive.
Okay. Well, I'm split as far as kind of thinking about like the business canvas and different things. I like the idea of yours and doing like a specific class, like, you know, in our area, maybe. That kind of leaves out Tucson, I guess. But, you know, I think that's scalable, and like, I think it's something we could actually execute. And what was I going to say? I think it's, as far as like revenue streams, that's an important consideration to make with a nonprofit project like this, because for mine, that's a very critical box that it's like, I don't know, would people donate money? Like for yours, like I think, you know, acquiring government grants, perhaps even like local government, like cities or counties would be willing to pitch in. Donations are an option. Company sponsorship, those are options as well. So yeah, I like that, and I think there's some good like key partner opportunities there. That again, like we would have more options. Whereas mine, like I do like my idea a lot, but it relies so heavily on that partnership with the company, and then like the revenue stream would be really tricky to figure out. So I'd be inclined to vote for your idea for the sake of the class. I think that'd be a smart way for us to go.
I agree. And mostly because what's funny about this idea is I had 2 other ideas before this, and I was totally gung-ho on my 2 other ideas. Crap. I got to come up with one more idea because I think we had to have 3 or something. I'm like, hey, what the heck? Emergency preparedness, because I'm all for that.
Yeah. No, I think it's cool, and it's very relevant right
final
now.
idea. So it's funny that I actually submitted that idea.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you did.
All right. So shall we work on that one then?
Yeah, I think so. And so let me get a refresher. What is the actual project we have to do by the end of this week? Is it the 9 blocks of the business model canvas? Did you say yeah?
Yeah, it's the blocks.
Okay.
That PowerPoint.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I did like download and save it, I think, but I didn't like get into it.
Up here.
I don't mind.
Let me
I have a little bit of time that I'm. Oh, I didn't save it yet. That we could like just bust it out right now. I think it might be more efficient.
Yeah, we could do that.
I don't know how Nick feels about that.
You have a few minutes. You can.
Oh wait, there's more slides. Yeah, I didn't look at this. I was thinking of something else. I'm like behind. Last week, I like went through a breakup. My brother got married. What else happened? I was already behind on a certain project. I got really sick over the weekend. I'm still getting over it. And then like over the last 2 days, I've gotten back together with this guy. So anyway, it's just been like a very stressful week.
That's depressing, breaking up and then having to go to a wedding.
Yeah, I was fine with it though. I'm a trooper. Thank you.
That's like well, my life sucks, but
no, I'm like super happy, and I think it's good.
Yeah.
He came back. He came after me, so it's like, okay, we can do this.
So you realized what you were missing, huh?
Basically, because he's not Mormon, and that was like one of the hard parts. But yeah,
that is the ultimate struggle right there.
It is. All right, so Nick has 30 minutes. Let's maximize this as much as possible.
Okay, so let's see.
We might even be able to copy and paste on that, like if you have it written out somewhere. I think I heard Curtis.
Yeah, he's just asking what the VP and book drive and potential customers. I'm not even going to waste time answering that. He got vetoed anyway, so.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fine.
Let's look at this. So in the box on the right, describe your business. I can't see the whole screen. Your business that your group chose to pursue. Is there a way we can... I hate PowerPoint.
What are you trying to do? Did you enable editing?
No, I'm not trying to. But I'm not trying to actually edit it. I hate PowerPoint. So
I do too, actually. I hate how used it is. I think it's an outdated tool personally. But that's just me. I mean, there's need for something like it, like some type of presentation program, but I think it's pretty limited. But maybe I'm just opinionated and don't know what I'm talking about. So let me download that as well. Well, I guess only one of us has to fill it out, right?
Yeah.
And turn it in.
I cannot spell today, so ignore my horrible spelling. So in the box, I kind of just did a brief description of it. Emergency preparedness and survival courses for natural disasters. Why don't we go into the Google Docs and we can type all the slides out there?
That's a good idea. That way it's more collaborative.
Yeah, because otherwise we don't. So our idea is, where'd our idea go? There it is.
I just need to download the thing now so I can look at it too and kind of contribute a little better. Create your initial assumptions. But But yeah, I'm like so far behind on this class. I'm still finishing my lesson 7 business model Canvas update and my PowerPoint, my rough draft. So it's going to be a busy day. Okay.
I know we have to do our video this week, don't we?
Yeah, we do. I think it's due Saturday, right?
I sure hope so. Did you guys, I asked him what we should use for
Presentation.
presenting. He said Screencast-O-Matic is what works.
I think, doesn't that one cut you off at 10 minutes though?
I don't know. It doesn't have to be much longer than 10 minutes, so.
That's true. I think he said like at least 8 or something.
There's another one that cuts you off at 5 minutes, so.
Yeah, I've used that one before. I think it's like Jing or something like that.
Yeah, I hate that one.
I used it because it was like easy to figure out, but yeah, it was annoying. Like 5 minutes is not a long time. Okay, so business idea.
Let's go with slide. Oops, I'm typing down at the bottom. Slide 1. If you guys
Would you
want
want
to
to
look at
share
the
your screen? Or what are you on the document right now?
in the Google Docs, yeah. I'm on the document.
Oh gosh, let me try to find this. Did you send it through email? The Gmail?
It should be in your Google, like in your Google Drive.
Okay.
Describe your business that.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
These are the 2 requirements for this. Oh, I'm going to tell Curtis we are now working. We are now working in the Google.
Oh, I didn't scroll down on this whole thing. Oh, wait, did you just? Okay. Yeah, I opened the doc on my phone and like there wasn't as much there. And I was like, this isn't long. Okay. Okay. Oh, so you already kind of started the canvas. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll kind of start looking at market size and impact. Would we look at that? So I'm going to tell him like, yes, we'll do like 1 course as an MVP. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do we want to focus on our area like Salt Lake Valley or Davis County area for like an earthquake preparedness thing?
You know, I think honestly we could focus on anything from like Ogden to Tucson. How about that?
Well,
Just kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking like something more like smaller, like something like Salt Lake County or, you know.
What about like just like the Salt Lake Valley? Basically Ogden to Salt Lake.
Yeah, that's fine. So, I mean, we can say like
Davis. That's roughly Davis County, to be honest. But
I'm just going to say Salt Lake and Davis counties.
that works.
Okay.
That's pretty much Davis County, but
yeah.
All right. So, oh, did I say we're actually?
I'm messaging him back. Preparedness class. Okay. Neat. So I'm going to look at value proposition. Value prop. Boop, boop, boop. So, and I like the idea of looking at, where are you? Side one. Are you writing on the Google Doc right now, Haley?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm actually not writing where I said I was going to write, but.
What are you doing then?
Well, I was just writing in our MVP right below the.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as far as value propositions go, my understanding of it is, I mean, you have things listed here like what it is. My understanding of value propositions is like kind of like what else are people getting out of this? Is it like peace of mind?
Right. I just put most of that there because.
Yeah. I mean, I get why, because like I've done that too on mine, where it's like, oh, these are kind of like the hard things people are getting, but I feel like there's value propositions, if you can like emotionalize them somehow, so like peace of mind or like confidence or something like that. Yeah. Like that's good.
Okay, so
I'm gonna add mind. Oh, I think like self-reliance is maybe a good one too.
Yeah. Oh, where did I just go?
I like that. Channels direct classes. Customer segments, I'll add something there. Why is it not letting me do things? Oh, there it is. Okay. And control B. So customer segments, I would just say what is the word? Citizens in the local community.
Another thought about doing this is I think this is an idea that affects virtually everybody.
It does, yeah.
I mean, human trafficking, yeah, that could affect everybody. Book drive, well, that affects essentially, either people that actually have a passion for reading, because some people it's like books, screw books.
Yeah.
I'm all for donating books. Cute idea is my friend, or my niece is is having a baby, and instead of her baby shower, they're doing please don't bring a card, bring a book.
I love that. I've seen people do that before.
Unfortunately, I'm not going to the baby shower, but
yeah.
Let's see.
I'm writing in some revenue streams.
Yeah.
Preparedness. I thought I spelled that right.
That's the one I keep on spelling wrong.
Oh, there's an E there. Preparedness.
Yeah, we need a name of the organization. Looks like Curtis is typing. What's our name?
I was going to get company sponsorships. I can't think of a name right now for it. I've always been really terrible at stuff like this.
We're gonna go. Okay, so let's look at what we. Oh,
I'm gonna unbold some of this just for consistency. Sorry. Mm-mm. Prep squad. That's funny.
I like that.
Yeah. Key
All right, shall we take another
resources.
vote? I really
Um,
like Prep Squad, actually.
to me, it doesn't. I mean, it's like cute and funny. To me, it doesn't sound like professional, I guess. Like if I were someone in the community, like if I heard like, oh, there's this organization, this nonprofit teaching emergency preparedness classes, and it's called Prep Squad, it would lose credibility for me. I think we need something that sounds very like strong and trustworthy and established. I think that's maybe like the least important point to focus on right now, like the name of the organization, but that's just me.
Let's see. Okay, we need to look at our slides, to be honest.
Yeah. And I think like if any of us have ideas of names for it, we can just shoot them out to each other during the week, or during the next couple days.
Come up with 3 value propositions, right? 3 different assumed value propositions for your business idea.
So Nick and I were writing increased disaster awareness. I don't know what ND is. Increasing ND confidence.
Natural disaster.
Natural disaster. Okay. I would say I like 1, 3, and 4 the most, because I think that 1 and 2
1
are
and
kind
2
of
are similar, so we can
Yeah.
put those together.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I would say increased preparation, like not disaster awareness, but let me think of how to word that. My brain is not working very well since I'm sick. Because I want to do like more of like the positive side. Because I think
Right.
like increased disaster awareness, it like sounds kind of scary. Increased, yeah. Well, I mean, that's like the tangible thing that it is, or not tangible, but
Oh,
so peace
wow,
of
that was
mind,
awesome.
self-reliance. Yeah, I'm good. I'm cool with that. Just I think maybe like peace of mind, self-reliance.
I am really having problems with spelling today, guys.
I would say I'm gonna add to increased preparation, increased physical and mental preparation, or like emotional preparation, or something like that.
I think that goes along with confidence, so yeah.
Yeah, increased physical.
So just down below, I'm kind of just writing what we can put into our slides, and not that Curtis can hear me. I was just about to say something to him.
For some reason, I still don't like how I've worded it, or how it's worded. Increased skills in physical preparation. What do you guys think? I'm always open to change.
I worded it as, where did it go? Increased natural disaster, physical and emotional preparation, and confidence.
Cool.
So very similar, just different words, but
yeah, like a little shorter. Do you feel like that one gets the idea across?
yeah.
Okay.
Peace of mind, and
I might change it to physical and emotional preparedness. Yeah. Do you guys like that? Oh,
Do you
online
want me to
courses
ask?
is a good idea.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. But I'm gonna. Oh crap! Unfold that.
Oh, I was just doing that too.
Do you want me to ask Curtis if he would mind putting the PowerPoint together since we've been at the meeting, and or do we want to try and act? Because he has to. Well, theoretically, I have to submit it because I ended up being the. Well, we all kind of ended up being the group leader, but I guess I could take this as my turn.
Yeah, I think if you and Curtis switch turns since like you're hosting and stuff, that might be the best way. And then we can just kind of continue the pattern however we need to. So I'm going to highlight the three for the slide, the three value propositions.
So down below the canvas there, I've kind of detailed out, you know, slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, slide 4. So
okay.
over, oh, crud, over.
Wait, so on a value proposition, are those, because like, let me see. Because those are things that the course does, but like the value, like the intrinsic value people are getting from that, like at least from like, you know, the videos we've watched and stuff, I thought it was supposed to be more of like emotionalized things, like for example, so my app, like it does all these things for my hairstylist, like it manages booking, it does inventory, like I could theoretically list those as value propositions, but the value they're actually getting from that isn't just booking, it's ease, like they're saving time, like those are the actual value propositions. That's the value people are getting, not just the object itself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, just really quick, sorry, before Nick leaves. Nick, let's just, I'm going to detail or write bullet points for each of the slides or headings for each of the slides. If you want to go in and we can try and help fill it in, and then I'll put the PowerPoint together on Saturday morning and submit that Saturday.
Should we maybe divvy this up a little more instead of all of us kind of like going at it at the same time? I think it might be more effective for all of us. What?
Curtis had it kind of detailed out. So one person takes business idea, market size, and impact, value proposition. Another person. So let's look at the slides.
Yeah, I have that open right now.
So I will take, if you don't mind, slide 4. Since I've already started working on that one. I think
slide I could do 5, 6, and 7.
Okay, I'll do slide 2, 3, 4. Nick, do you want to do 8, 9, 10? Is he still here?
I'm not sure.
Yes, he is still on the video list.
But yeah, I think 5, 6, and 7 obviously makes sense to group together because it's different customer segments. Because I mean, what we put, like just citizens in the community is pretty broad. So I could break that down more.
You're doing 5, 6, and 7.
So there's 15. Well, I think we did kind of do like value propositions together. I don't know if you want to take like another additional slide or two, Haley.
I'll take key partners too.
Okay, cool. 15, and there's 4 of us. We all need to do at least 4 slides, and one of us needs to do 5.
Okay, slide 15 we're all kind of working on, so everyone's 15.
Okay, so we each need wait, I did my math wrong. Yeah, no. We all need to do at least 3 slides. Why can't I do math right now? 3 slides, and then 2 of us need to do 4, I guess is the math. If I'm
okay, so 7, 8, 9, 10.
I can do 13 also. Well, let me see. Makes the most sense for me. I'll do 12 because I feel like I can think of ideas for that too.
I was already doing 12.
Oh, okay. Which ones are you doing?
2 through 4 and 12.
2,
We kind of all
3,
did
4.
4, but I did.
Okay, so I'll do 13 then. That's fine. So I'll do 5, 6, 7, and 13.
Okay, Nick is doing 8, 9, and 10. So you're doing which one? Sorry, 13.
5, 6, 7, and 13. So I'll do the 3 customer segments. I'll kind of break that down. And
that
then,
leaves 2 for Curtis.
But what?
That only leaves 2 for Curtis.
Oh, he can do 13 then too.
He's doing 11, 12, and 14. No, yeah, he's doing 11, 12, and 14.
I thought you were doing 12, you said.
Oh, duh. He's doing 11 and 14.
So give him 13 then from me, and I'll just focus on 5, 6, 7.
And since we all kind of did 4, that basically gives us each 3 slides. Okay, let's go talk. We have out the slides. If you don't mind focusing on slide 11, 13, and 14, that would be great. Also, feel free to add anything.
This might be a tricky one. I mean, if he has trouble, we'll have to just jump in and tell him like a little bit more about what we've talked about, or hopefully he can watch this video.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're going to be working on it for the coming weeks too. So if we do have any issues, I'm sure we can get it sorted out.
Yeah. Nick, he is gone. Okay. I was going to say, Nick, if you're here, I was going to ask him if he has, I haven't seen him talk at else.
You haven't seen him what?
I haven't seen him talk at all in the Google Hangouts.
Nick? Oh, okay. Well, he might not use Google Hangouts really. Yeah. And so what's hard for me, because I have like 4 classes and like different email chains for each class. So, and we've had like 2 separate BYUI threads and then a Gmail thread and then the Google Hangout. And so like if we can consolidate it, I think that would be best.
I think the Google Hangout's the best way to do it. The reason I've been sending emails is because Nick hasn't been communicating via Hangouts.
Oh, okay. Well, I generally prefer email personally, just because then, I don't know, it's just like.
My emails don't come through on my phone.
Okay.
I cannot get them for the life of me. I'll get them to work like 2 or 3 days, and then all of a sudden they'll just stop working.
Okay.
It sucks. Well, and that's any of my accounts, to be honest. Not just BYU Idaho. So, but I do.
We'll have to figure that out because Google Hangouts is actually like kind of a pain for me to use. But we'll figure it out. But as long as we like aren't so spread out with communication, like that will help because yeah, it just makes things more confusing than it needs to be. And then like if one person doesn't communicate on one of the things, then it's like hard to keep us all on the same page. So I mean, even because you have like a laptop and stuff, right? For email.
Yeah, I do.
So like, I mean, that's why.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I check it on there, but.
Okay. Yeah, and I have a hard time like getting messages late at night. Like I don't really like it usually. So
you mean Hangouts chat we got last night? I was so pissed off because of that.
Yeah, so that's kind of. So aside from like the other reasons of like I don't use Hangouts a lot, like it's like I don't want people to talk to me unless I like I have time for that. Like I don't want to get like direct messages basically to my phone. Like my email, like I check it when it's convenient, like during the day. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
So
did he say?
He says revenue model, key partners, and key resources. No. Let's go with cost and metrics that matter, key resources, and what was the other one?
Let
14?
me see. So it's
Key
11.
activity.
Yeah, so it should be costs and metrics that matter, key partners. Oh, wait, no.
Key partners.
You're doing that one.
Key
Sorry.
resources.
Key resources and then key activities. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, you got it right.
So he's got his slides mixed up somehow.
Yeah. But I mean, you just clarified it. So.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, I've already been in 2 meetings today.
Yeah. No bueno.
And it's 10:30.
Yeah.
So where out in Salt Lake do you live?
I live in the Avenues,
Okay.
so pretty close
You
to
aren't
downtown.
really all that far from me.
No, we're like probably 20-25 minutes away, I bet.
If that.
Yeah.
I live on the south end of Bountiful. So I mean I'm almost in North Salt Lake.
Nice. Very cool.
No, not 12. 12 is key partners.
Mm-hmm.
You showed 12 as key partners, right?
I think so, because I think you and I were on the same page. 12 is key partners. Yeah.
Your slides are rearranged.
I'm just going to type them out. 11 is costs and metrics that matter. 13.
And yeah, you guys want to fully design the slide, and I will essentially just copy and paste it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I thought so. Like give you all the information. And I think for mine, I need pictures, so I'll send you some.
Yeah. You can even just email me the actual PowerPoint, and I'll just combine them all.
Oh, okay. I'll do that.
Can we say by Friday night?
Yes.
Friday at. Could you have it done by Friday at like 5 o'clock?
I think that's reasonable.
You know what? 7 o'clock's fine because I have inventory to do. So I won't be done until 7 or 8 anyway. So 8 o'clock, please. And then I'll just combine them all.
Yeah, I wonder if his slides are actually mixed up or what is going on.
That's Utah Mountain Standard Time, not weirdo Arizona Freako time. No, using the...
Okay. Can you set up a PowerPoint on Google Drive? Like, do you know what he's talking about? Because I don't.
Yeah, he sent us a link to one.
This is why we need to like consolidate how we communicate.
Yeah, he made a file folder for us, and I think it's going to be better if we've all got one thing in the same. So I really need to create the file that we share.
Yeah.
Because now they're not all in the same place, and that's what frustrated me, is like, now everything's not.
Well, yeah. Like my ideal is using the BYUI email chain. Like that's what I use for all of my classes. And that way you have a history of everything. It's easy to share stuff. Like I would prefer that over like Google Hangouts and stuff. If we need to share a Google Doc, we can still do it through BYUI email. That way we're not getting messages super late at night. Like,
right.
Yeah.
I understand that. Let's see. I'm going to create a folder. If we have, a folder on Google Drive, I don't use whatever OneDrive is.
Is that what he sent it through?
No, he sent it through Google.
Okay.
I know BYU uses a
like a cloud sharing thing.
they use a cloud. Dang, what the heck am I doing?
Yeah, I use that for my Excel budget on my phone because I have it on my phone and my laptop, and so that way I can update it through either. But I just share it with myself, basically, not anyone else. I'm fine with that if it makes it like I think that would make it easier, but it's kind of up to you since you're compiling the slides, Haley. So if you want to,
I don't know my way around the PowerPoint on Google at all.
well, it should be the same. Let me see. Oh, he wants to download. Do you want to? Should I tell? He's like, then I can download the final and submit it all together.
Yeah, do you want to go ahead and just tell him that I took over for group leader
Yeah.
since he wasn't at the meeting?
Yeah.
That's not exactly, I don't
Yeah.
think that's works.
Yeah. Because Haley had to lead. The two. Okay, so I just said because Haley had to lead this meeting, we figured the two of you could switch weeks. Does that work? She can compile and submit the PowerPoint, then you can take her week.
So I've re-uploaded the
Oh my gosh, I wish I were more patient. I'm just like losing it with this group chat.
I'm not with this chat. I am not patient at all, especially this semester. I am beyond patient. So it's not patient. I mean, this is my last semester and I worked my butt off to keep good grades. So
yeah.
Somebody that's going to screw me over essentially is not.
Well, I don't think he's gonna like screw us over at all. Like,
no, I mean, just any group. Like, I don't have any patience for anyone not doing their fair share of the work or not showing, not just not showing up. Curtis let us know. So just not showing up to group meetings is like.
Yeah, Curtis was good about it, and he did like send us his ideas. So, no, I think we have a solid group. Are there two group chats? I have Hangouts, like the Hangout chat up on my computer, and I have it on my phone, and it's different.
Because the one, there shouldn't be.
Gosh.
The one that is in our video
okay.
is technically a different, because the way we initiate these Google Hangouts on air is different.
Yeah.
Than just going directly through. Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna go done.
I need to go so I can work on some other class stuff. I can hear myself all of a sudden. I'm getting like feedback.
Okay, I just shared a folder with you guys. It's got the new PowerPoint in it, so let's use that PowerPoint because it is identical to.
Where did you share it with us?
Your email.
Gmail?
Email, yes, because it's.
Is it okay if we do the?
I'm going to send you a link to the folder as well.
Yeah, if we could switch to just the BYUI email, that would be great because this is getting messy. And you can still share Google Docs through BYUI email. And you can still do like Google Hangout.
Here's the link for the folder.
Okay, thanks.
Do with it what is you do with it as you please.
Okay.
That should work. Tell me if that works or not.
Yeah.
There is a PowerPoint in this folder. Please use this PowerPoint.
So Haley, are you okay if we just stick to the BYUI email chain?
Yeah,
Like,
if I can
that
find
work?
your emails.
Okay.
Oh,
Because like,
use that chain to communicate. Yeah.
okay, I'm just going to send out an email to everyone right now. We have about 4 lines of communication currently. Let's use this email chain.
Okay, so were you able to open that link?
Me, no, I'm just sending out an email to everyone because, like, honestly, like, I'm like losing it right now with like 2 different group chats and like 2 different, like a couple different email chains. Like, this is just really stressful to me. And like, we just need to get on the same page. So I'm just sending out an email real quick. We have about 4 lines of communication.
Okay. Everyone's invited via their BYU Idaho address as well to this folder.
Okay. I'm sending out an email right now through the BYUI chain. Oh, Curtis brought up a good point.
Yes. Did Curtis see that? Okay, we're using a different PowerPoint, Curtis, sorry. I just said there's a link for that PowerPoint. I guess I can give him the direct link to this PowerPoint too.
Yeah.
Because having things in
the email?
You're right. Having things in more than one spot is really confusing. So
I'm losing it. Like I, especially since I'm behind in this class and like trying to catch up, like any extra confusion in other classes right now is just like not something, or in this class is like something I can deal with.
I don't like this class, by the way. I hate this class.
I like it. I feel like it's been valuable for me because like
it's totally valuable. I just have my worst grade in this class, and
it is a hard class. It's
a B plus to me is.
Yeah, I've gotten used to having B's since being an online student. Like I had a 3.9 GPA for my associate's degree, and like that was on campus at Utah Valley University. Like I was so good, like, and it was easy for me. And like BYUI online has been like the death of me.
Curtis is in the right slide now, so.
Okay.
Thank goodness. Yeah, well, see, my associate's degree was my GPA was so much lower because I'm like, screw this. If I pass, I pass. You know, if I pass with, you know, I'm good. I passed.
Yeah.
Who cares?
What you just need to get done.
But this semester, well, my bachelor's degree, ever since I've been at LDS Business College or BYU Idaho, I have been so like hard on myself with grades because, you know, I got a 4.0 that one first semester I was up at LDS Business College, and I'm like, okay, now I've started a good, you know, a precedence for me.
Yeah. Hey, would you mind sending the link for that PowerPoint? Oh my gosh, these messages keep coming. Would you mind sending a link to the PowerPoint to the BYUI email chain?
Yeah, have you sent an email?
Yeah, I mean, I just added on to the chain of the last message you sent.
Oh, okay.
So that's like in all of my classes, like, because I have like 3 other groups I meet with, we just keep adding on to those chains. And that way we
Right.
have everything like
It was,
set.
I don't know how one chain got off because.
Well, I think it just got spread out because I think you sent an email through the BYUI email, and then you started the Google Hangout chat, and then like emails
There's more than one.
shared
There's
as
more
well.
than one BYU Idaho email list.
Well, I deleted the one. I just added. Did you get my BYUI email?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's why I deleted the other one.
Well,
So
that doesn't delete it from the rest of us. So.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I sent that one like that said, let's use this email chain. Do you see that one?
Yeah, I did get that. I'm just saying it doesn't delete it from the rest of us. So.
Yeah, but hopefully like saying like, let's use this email chain as our primary form, like people will delete the other one and just use this one. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. Share. I'm trying to get the link. Sorry. That's not what I wanted to do. My computer's
Sorry
all
if I sound like a jerk about it. I just like kind of like you. I'm just like I have zero patience right now for like things that are making group work harder, and like all the communication issues are like kind of making it more challenging for all of us, I think. Well, and I think it like makes it so some of us might miss something important.
Right.
Are you okay with using that email chain as our primary form of communication?
I don't use my LDS business account, or I don't use my BYU IDA account at all.
How do you
communicate with teachers?
You what?
I use it to communicate with teachers, and that's it.
Are you okay with using it for this class? Or do we need to
if I can get this thing, if I can get my email to work, half the time it doesn't, I don't get the email.
like your BYU, like on your laptop, it won't work even?
No, I don't get all the emails through it. I've missed meetings because of it, so.
Okay, so do we need to use like the Gmail chain then? Like the Google, or I mean the.
Well, if that's more difficult for you, I mean, I can try to make it work. I'm just concerned about because for some reason, when I get emails on my school email, it goes crazy.
Really? Okay. Well, we can, if you're open to trying it, we can do that. But if it's like more challenging for you, like I can do the Gmail one, but like I usually ignore my Gmail account. And for school, like I don't use it for anything with school. But like if you're not like if there's something like really screwed up about your BYUI account, like I mean obviously like I'll accommodate that, but it'd be nice to figure it out.
One of my classes, the teacher sends emails and I don't get the emails from her, and I've missed meetings and all sorts of crap.
But I mean it looks like you're getting the emails for this chain, right?
Well, for the most part.
Have you missed any that you know of?
No, I don't know.
I don't think you have because you've been in both of the chains.
Well, it's like I'll log on and it's like, okay, 14 emails just went past, or not 14, but like one of my classes, like 14 emails just went past and I missed every single one of them. What the heck?
Okay. So I guess like I need to go. Like I've been in this meeting for an hour and 20 minutes. So are you okay trying the BYUI email chain?
Yeah, I'm just sending an email out now. So
okay, or adding on to the chain.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to send a message right now to the Google Hangout chat we have going, saying like we're going to be communicating through this now.
Hold on just a minute, David. Sorry, I just got a phone call.
Oh, you're fine. Our
please, okay.
Communication.
There is a power. Yes. Use this to put your slides. Have it finished by Friday night at 8 p.m. Pound Standard Time, and I will submit it. Thanks.
Does Curtis understand that you are submitting this?
I don't know.
Because it sounds like he's like add citation slides at the end as well, so you can add your research as you find the info.
He just added that so we can put our
Oh, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, perfect.
You can post in there though. If you want to make sure that I'm going to submit it, and he's the group leader next week.
Yeah. Awesome. So this is okay. Whew, perfect. Okay, because I was like getting lost. Like I don't even know where to go find this. Oh, beautiful. This is perfect. Okay. So 5, 6, 7.
Where the heck did that just go? There we go. That was the wrong one.
Oh, this is great. Okay. All right.
I thought he added a summary. Oh, there's the summary slide. Okay. So who wants to do summary slide?
Wait, was that part of the presentation?
Oh no, that's right. We have to do a summary slide. It's in the information on the group assignment. We have to do a summary slide, the pros and cons of the other two ideas.
How about we each do the pros and cons for our own?
Okay, then I won't do any.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Fine.
Oh, wait a minute. We have 3 other ideas though. Oh, other idea 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. So let's just.
So we can do like each. Okay.
Curtis.
I'll add a note then. Curtis. I'm writing a note right here. Curtis,
Send that in
Nick,
the email as well, because I don't know if Nick will get to the slide and see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh. Do you have class today, or no? You're not on campus. You have
yeah. But I have a crap load to do. So, and it's already 11, so I need to, like, I didn't think this meeting would be so long, but I mean, we got a lot done, so I'm okay with that.
It's the first meeting we had.
Yeah, and with it being such a big thing, like, let's choose an idea. Like, I knew it was going to be like at least an hour. So,
I'm going to go into our Google Docs and make a heading right at the top. Please see notes on. What slide is that?
16, I think. Is
no,
it?
I'm just going to write, please.
16, yeah, the summary.
Wait,
are you writing an email right now?
No, I'm in the Google Docs.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to send out an email too. Okay. For slide.
I just say, please look for notes on any of the slides that, you know, have your name on them.
Yeah.
All right, that works. Okay, if you want to send that email, then we can just be done.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Thanks for meeting. It's nice to like meet you.
Yeah.
All right, you have a good day.
You too.
Thanks. Bye.